why don't you guys start off by just giving me a little bit of like an intro of who you are, where you are, and then just an idea of when you got started with Amazon.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so I'm George and Jessica, and started Amazon just over a year ago. We are just outside of Toronto, near London. We have four kids, so we're just trying to think of ways to be home a bit more and work from home and just spend more time with them and
Hmm.
do a little side hustle maybe.
Hmm.
Uh, So we got started on this, and it's been taken off the last few months, which has been nice. Lots of grinding for the first year or so,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome. And in our Telegram group, I mean, you guys shared your results, and I can pull that up. Right. I mean, you mentioned that your goal was to hit 150 to 200,000 this year, and you guys broke that essentially at the beginning of June,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is
So yeah,
super exciting. I mean,
yeah, that
this is like the most attractive looking graph ever.
yeah, lots of growth there.
That's
What
awesome.
you'd like to see, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we're like at the end of July now.
Yeah.
How have things been going? Are you still exponentially growing, or have you guys maybe hit a bit of a
Um,
ceiling?
yeah, we hit a little bit of a ceiling. We were waiting for some shipments to come in from our supplier, which
Yeah.
didn't I mean, we're still doing good numbers this month, which is nice, but we're
Uh-huh.
over the 200 where I
Wow.
don't know,
For the
like
year
probably
to
two,
date.
yeah, 220 maybe, two something like that.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's something you'll notice in this business is that, you'll grow, 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 and then you'll hit a bit of a ceiling in terms of either cash flow or in terms of lead time and, making sure your suppliers can keep up with your growth,
exactly. Yeah, for sure.
right? That's awesome. And here you mentioned that this was all with one supplier,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
right? And, I can't stress that enough is that it's one supplier that really will get you from like, $1,000 a month to this to like
Yeah.
50, 60,000
Mhm.
a month,
Yes.
right? But with that being said, it's also important to diversify and continue that chase instead of start to feel comfortable
Hmm.
because I hit 100,000 a month with one supplier. And, this was a couple years ago and, things happen, right? Products might stop selling, the supplier might become a little busier and less trustworthy. Who knows,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And so it's good to diversify. And so tell me a little bit about that. Have you guys tried to continue looking for suppliers, or are you still going deep with this one
Uh,
supplier?
with this one supplier, he's also kind of helping us
Hmm.
hopefully go after another supplier.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
but we we still need to go out and look for that second supplier
Yeah.
Yeah.
from him. Yeah, we've had a
I was
few
gonna say I
things.
have the
Yeah.
one. I'm just waiting on the
Oh,
application.
yeah. Yeah, we have some applications out there that we're waiting to hear
Got
back
it.
from. I mean, we've got some where they can't do it. It's tough in Canada too. Not like the
Yeah.
US where they're
You just do a
all
quick Google
yeah.
search and there's a whole list of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So I'd say that's the
Exactly.
biggest struggle is just being in Canada and
Yeah.
not, especially from these American companies that are so busy there and have short supply as it is that they don't even
Hmm.
there's
I get
much.
that. I mean, still, I mean, you guys are proving what most people say, like you're proving them wrong
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
everyone's like, you have to be in the US market. It's 10x better, it's 10x bigger, but the thing is, if you look close enough in Canada or really in any of the marketplaces that are still not, let's say, top five in the world, there's still opportunity,
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
right? And you guys are showing that. And whenever you're ready, you guys could expand into the US, right? Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have the knowledge, and it's really just about essentially taking that network. and bringing it to the US, or
Yeah.
taking what you've already done and
That is
replicating
one
it?
thing that we've talked about is going to US. We don't want to rush it. We want to
Right.
maybe set a good base and
Yeah.
let our knowledge keep growing kind of, and then
Good.
go from there.
Good, good. So how many different products or SKUs do you guys have right now with this one supplier?
But it's
Is it
probably
just a
about,
couple?
yeah, I'd say yeah, 6 to 8 probably, six
Yeah.
to
Okay,
10.
cool.
Yeah. So
Cool. That's really good. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And then can you estimate on how many units per day you're kind of selling?
We were I'd probably like 100-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
About 100 units a day.
Yeah.
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 Gotcha. Well, that's awesome, guys. I mean, before I spoke with you guys, you were kind of making a little bit of headway, right? And then we met, and you guys enrolled in the workshops, and you joined my community. Is there anything in that world that helped you? Like, is there anything that you think like my workshops potentially helps you, or did you guys potentially just like push at it, get some golden nuggets, and move forward?
Yeah, I mean, talking to you and just really focusing on the wholesale side and
Mm-hmm.
spending less time in the stores and try and find products that way was a big help and stuff like that. I mean, now we hardly ever go to stores whatever, and honestly we send in a bunch of products and we just sit home and do a few things,
Right.
some search and stuff like that, and just let the money roll in and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is nice. So
Yeah. You're
that's
working a
been
lot
nice.
smarter now, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
because you guys were primarily retail arbitrage
Yes,
initially.
Yes.
yeah. Originally we were basically, yeah, fully retail to start
Mm-hmm.
the first I don't know, 9 to 12 months or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's been nice, not driving around to different stores and just go
Awesome.
aisle to aisle. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, to be honest, like you guys have made a very normal progression. A lot of people start with retail arbitrage. It's
Yeah.
more manageable, predictable, and
Yeah.
like, you can like literally go into a store and buy products and sell it. It becomes real. But
Yeah.
then you start to realize, how can I be more efficient? How can I get to the next level? And wholesale is the answer for that. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm happy that I was able to help you guys get to that next level.
Yes, appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. That's awesome. So, last question would be, what advice would you have for anyone potentially just getting into the FBA wholesale world?
Just honestly, don't give up too early. You can fail 5, 10, 20 times, but
Yeah.
once you hit that one supplier,
Mm-hmm.
it really is like life changing, and you realize how much growth there is in this
Yeah,
business.
absolutely. And, I think it essentially really answers the fact that the world isn't, or like the Amazon world isn't saturated,
No.
right?
No.
Because everyone's like, oh my God, is it too late? Is the
Yeah.
Amazon world saturated? And like when you don't find that one good supplier, you might get to that conclusion because you're like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
But when you do find that one supplier and you're doing numbers like you guys, you start to realize it's just patience and it's about putting in the work. And, I think like anything, this wasn't never supposed to be a get rich quick scheme,
Yeah,
right?
no, exactly.
This is a real business. It's just has a lot of like attractive perks to it because you can do it from home, you can do it from
Yeah,
anywhere, you can
Yeah.
connect the dots.
yeah,
So
exactly.
awesome. Well, thank you guys for that.